There is a bottle of white vinegar in the Lancaster County farmhouse kitchen that gets replaced approximately 4 times per year. Each bottle costs $2.19. The family uses it for 22 things. I counted them while I was there, watching the farmer's wife move through her Tuesday morning routine. Laundry rinse cycle, kitchen counter wipe down, cutting board spray, drain maintenance pour, window cleaning, coffee maker desk scaling, dishwasher monthly cycle, produce wash, fabric softener substitute, weed treatment along the foundation. I stopped counting at 10 and asked how many there were total. She said she had never counted. The knowledge was in the family book, and she had learned it from her mother the same way her mother had learned it from hers. 22 uses, 4 bottles per year, $8.76 annually. The undersink cabinet in the average American household contains 11 specialized products addressing the same 22 applications. Annual cost, $120 to $160. Here is the meeting that explains the difference. In 1948, the Soap and Detergent Association held its annual conference in Cincinnati, Ohio. The meeting minutes include a session titled Market Development Through Product Specialization. It addressed their primary challenge, the tendency to use inexpensive products. The session targeted the use of vinegar, baking soda, and soap for cleaning applications that specialized products could address at higher margins. Member companies should invest in developing specialized products and fund advertising that positioned multi-purpose alternatives as old-fashioned and less effective. The recommendation was adopted. The advertising campaigns that followed throughout the 1950s and 1960s built the cleaning products market that exists today. White vinegar did not disappear from store shelves. It remained on the grocery store shelf at $2.19, where it has always been. What disappeared was the mainstream household knowledge of what to do with it beyond salad dressing and pickling. The Amish never consulted the mainstream household guides. The family book retained all 22 applications. The Tuesday morning routine continued unchanged. White vinegar is a 5% solution of acetic acid in water. Acetic acid is a weak organic acid, with a pH of approximately 2.4. The antimicrobial mechanism is straightforward. At pH 2.4, the acetic acid molecules are predominantly in their undissociated form. This means the acid molecule remains intact rather than separating into ions. Undissociated acetic acid can penetrate bacterial cell membranes more effectively. Once inside, it acidifies the cell interior, disrupting the pH-sensitive enzyme systems that bacteria require for metabolism. The bacteria dies. A 2000 study tested white vinegar against Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria. At 5% concentration, it reduced bacterial counts by 99.9% on non-porous surfaces. On porous surfaces like cutting boards, it produced a 99.5% reduction. These figures are comparable to commercial disinfectants with zero toxic residue. Against mold, vinegar is effective against 80% of species. The remaining 20% have structures more tolerant of low pH environments. For resilient strains like Aspergillus, hydrogen peroxide is more effective. Many households use vinegar for maintenance and peroxide for established colonies. First critical warning: never mix white vinegar and hydrogen peroxide in the same container. Mixed together, they produce peracetic acid. Peracetic acid is a corrosive agent that irritates the respiratory tract. However, applied sequentially to a surface, they are safe and highly effective. Second, 5 surfaces where vinegar causes permanent damage. Marble and limestone will etch as the acid dissolves the calcium carbonate. Cast iron and aluminum are also at risk. The acid strips seasoning from cast iron and causes pitting and discoloration on aluminum. Finally, avoid waxed wood floors and egg stains. The acid strips wax and sets egg protein permanently into fabric. These 5 surfaces are not in the application list. For everything else, white vinegar remains a powerful natural tool. Kitchen counter disinfection. Spray undiluted white vinegar on clean counter surfaces. Allow 2 minutes contact time. Wipe with a clean cloth. The 99.9% bacterial reduction documented in the 2000 study applies here. No rinse required. The acetic acid residue is food safe and leaves no toxic residue. Cutting board sanitation. Spray undiluted vinegar on a clean cutting board after each use. Allow 5 minutes. Wipe dry. Apply hydrogen peroxide sequentially for maximum disinfection on boards used for raw meat. Do not rinse between applications. Allow each to act independently. Glass and window cleaning. Mix equal parts white vinegar and water in a spray bottle. Apply to glass surfaces and wipe with a cloth. The acetic acid dissolves mineral deposits without leaving surfactant residue. The Amish use this for every glass surface including mirrors, windows, and eyeglasses. Fabric softener replacement. Add 1/2 cup of white vinegar to the fabric softener compartment. It neutralizes alkaline soap residue that makes fabric feel stiff. This produces soft fabric without synthetic fragrances. The Amish laundry protocol has used this for generations. The vinegar smell disappears after drying. Dishwasher descaling. Run an empty dishwasher through a hot cycle with 2 cups of white vinegar in an open container on the bottom rack. The acetic acid dissolves calcium carbonate scale in spray arms and interior walls. Repeat monthly in hard water regions for better efficiency. Coffee maker descaling. Fill the reservoir with equal parts vinegar and water. Run a brew cycle without a filter, then rinse with plain water. The vinegar solution costs 50 cents per cleaning compared to expensive commercial products. It improves heating efficiency and preserves the coffee's flavor. Drain maintenance. Pour 1 cup of baking soda into a slow drain followed by 1 cup of white vinegar. The reaction loosens organic material. Follow with hot water after 5 minutes. Monthly application prevents organic accumulation. This is gentler on drain seals than harsh commercial chemicals. Produce washing. Add 2 tablespoons of vinegar per quart of water. Soak produce for 5 minutes, then rinse to reduce bacterial load and pesticides. Weed treatment. Apply undiluted white vinegar directly to unwanted vegetation in paved areas. The acetic acid desiccates plant tissue in sunny, warm conditions. The remaining applications, from microwave cleaning to pet odor neutralization, each use the same affordable bottle of white vinegar at various dilutions. I want to go through the commercial product replacement calculation specifically because the numbers are the clearest demonstration of what the 1948 recommendation produced. Commercial glass cleaner, $4.99 per bottle. Annual cost for a standard household, $15. White vinegar replacement, $0.50 per year. Annual saving, $14.50. Commercial fabric softener, $12.99 per bottle. Annual cost, $38. White vinegar replacement, 0.10 per load. Total, $20. Annual saving, 18s. Commercial dishwasher cleaner, $83.88 per year. White vinegar replacement, $0.50 per monthly cycle, $6 per year. Annual saving, $77.88. Commercial drain maintenance, $53.94 per year. White vinegar and baking soda replacement, $7.20 per year. Annual saving, $46.74. Commercial kitchen surface spray, $29.94 per year. White vinegar solution, $4.50 per year. Annual saving, $25.44. 5 categories alone, $182.56 per year. White vinegar for all 5, $38.20. Annual saving, $144.36. Over 20 years, $2,987 from 5 applications. The full 22 application replacement generates over $2,225 in savings. The math compounds because specialized products were created at higher margins starting in 1948. The Amish household spends $8.76 per year on vinegar. The average American spends up to $160 on specialized products for the same uses. The difference is over $111 per year. Over 20 years, that is $2,925 to $3,025. The bottle has been $2.19 since before the meeting. The 1948 meeting did not change what the bottle does. It changed what people thought they needed instead of the bottle. The Amish never attended that meeting. The family book was not revised. The Tuesday morning routine continued with the bottle of vinegar. Drop in the comments what cleaning products you buy most regularly. I want to calculate how much that 1948 recommendation is costing you every year. It made sense for the business. It made no sense for the household budget. The bottle is still $2.19. It still does all 22 things. The meeting was 76 years ago. The vinegar has not changed.